When you start playing the harmonica, you begin at level 1, the novice. Once you start getting your single notes under control, which means you can go from playing chords to being able to play a single note, you can start playing some simple songs like the ones that you will find in a book or in a website like harptabs.com. I'll link a video on how to improve your single notes in the description below. That is the most important step for getting out of this first level. Then you move up to what I'll call level 2, the beginner. These days, most beginners learn from watching videos on YouTube, like this one. You'll learn short and simple songs, maybe some bluesy riffs and patterns that don't involve bends, and you start having some fun with this. But those bends are still looming over you as a huge obstacle that needs to be overcome. At this level, before you learn your bends, I recommend that you start playing with my no bend blues scale. It makes you feel like you're playing the blues and you can improvise and all that, but you don't have to deal with those tricky bends just yet. You can get the tabs for that scale in my scale cheat sheet, the link is down below in the description. Once you learn some of your basic bends, then you move up to what I'll call level 3, the advanced beginner. This is where you start to learn some harder songs and riffs. Maybe you give improvising a shot, but there are still some issues with your playing. Maybe you have trouble playing the right notes all the time, or maybe you have trouble playing with the right rhythms or playing at the right beats. This is the stage where you are starting to learn most of the concepts and techniques behind the harmonica, but you're still not quite implementing them yet. The biggest tip I can give you for getting out of this stage is to really dig into your scales while using a metronome. Again, there's a document with all of the notes down below in the description for free, and I'll show you how to practice them as well if you go check that out. After getting your practice routine under control and working on it for a little while, you'll hopefully make it to level 4, the intermediate. This is where you are really becoming a good harmonica player. You are improvising, learning songs, you're really in the game. However, you still feel like there is further for you to go in terms of your expression, creativity, and repertoire. For players in this stage, I recommend doing 2 things to improve. The first is to improvise over unusual genres of music. This will make you a more flexible player and it will push your limits. I'm talking about genres like jazz, funk, hip-hop, soul, and reggae. Try to expand your mind a little bit. The second thing you can do to improve quickly is to learn songs that are above your level. This is good advice for any stage of the game. If you don't know how to approach learning songs, I will link a video in the description below that will show you how to use transcription programs to make learning any song much easier. Think smarter, not harder. After a few years of working out how to improvise and spending time learning songs from your favorite players, you move on to stage 5, advanced. This is where you can improvise in multiple positions, you are trying to incorporate overblows, and maybe alternate tunings into your playing. If you are at this stage, you are probably also considering going up and playing in front of an audience or actively doing that and playing shows on the regular. There is no ceiling as to how far you can go on harmonica, but everything past this stage, in my experience, starts feeling pretty similar. It's all about coming up with new creative ideas, further expanding your repertoire, optimizing your playing techniques, and actually demonstrating your playing by performing and by recording yourself. What level are you currently at? Let me know in the comments below.